You walk into a Japanese home for the first time. Your host smiles and points to the entrance. You look down. Everyone around you has removed their shoes. But why? It seems like such a small thing, yet this single habit reveals something profound about Japanese culture that most people never understand. Welcome back to Veiled Japan. Today, we're uncovering the hidden reasons why Japanese people remove their shoes before entering a home, and what this tradition says about an entire civilization. Let's start with the obvious answer and then go deeper. Most people think it's about cleanliness. In Japan, the floors are where people sit, eat, and sleep. Shoes carry dirt from outside, so removing them keeps the home clean. That's true, but it's only the surface. The real story goes back centuries. Japan's climate is humid and wet. For most of the year, streets are muddy or damp. Wooden floors inside homes were, and still are, precious. They're expensive to maintain and easy to damage. So the practice of removing shoes wasn't just polite, it was practical survival. You protected what mattered. But here's where it gets interesting. Around the 8th century, Japanese architecture evolved. Homes began to feature tatami mats, woven straw flooring that's incredibly delicate. A single grain of sand under a shoe can scratch it permanently. One statistic that might surprise you: a traditional tatami mat costs between $200 to $500 to replace. Multiply that across an entire room, and you understand why removing shoes became non-negotiable. The shoe removal practice wasn't just about the floor, though. It was about creating a boundary, a separation between the outside world and the inside world. In Japanese philosophy, there's a concept called uchi and soto. Inside and outside, the home is uchi, the street is soto. They are fundamentally different spaces, with different rules, different energy, different meaning. When you remove your shoes, you're not just cleaning your feet, you're performing a ritual. You're saying, I am leaving the outside world behind. I am entering a sacred space. This is why the genkan, the entryway where shoes are removed, exists in nearly every Japanese home. It's a threshold, a transition zone. Think about it. Most Western homes don't have this deliberate boundary. You walk in wearing your shoes. The outside world comes with you. Your home is an extension of the street. In Japan, it's the opposite. Your home is a refuge, a place separate from the chaos outside. And that separation starts the moment you step through the door. But the tradition goes even deeper than architecture and philosophy. It connects to Shintoism, Japan's indigenous religion. In Shinto belief, cleanliness is sacred. Purity is spiritual, not just physical. When you remove your shoes, you're participating in a form of purification. You're washing away the spiritual contamination of the outside world. This is why you'll see water basins at Shinto shrines. People rinse their hands and mouths before entering. Same concept, different scale. Here's something else that changes everything. In Japanese homes, there's a strict hierarchy of spaces. The genkan, where shoes come off, is the lowest, most polluted space. The living room is higher, the bedroom is higher still, and the altar or spiritual center of the home, that's the highest. By removing shoes at the entrance, you're acknowledging this hierarchy. You're respecting the sanctity of inner spaces. Westerners often see this as excessive, uptight, overly formal. But it's not about being rigid. It's about intention. Every small action has meaning. When you remove your shoes, you're not just following a rule, you're communicating respect for the home, for the people living there, for the space itself. And that communication is powerful. Studies in anthropology show that rituals, even small ones, create psychological shifts. When you remove your shoes, your brain registers a change in context. You become more aware, more present, more respectful. It's not magic. It's neuroscience. Now you might be wondering, does this practice still matter in modern Japan? The answer is yes. Even in Tokyo, one of the world's most modern cities, removing shoes at home is universal. Apartment buildings, traditional houses, even some restaurants have shoe removal areas. The tradition has survived because it's not just practical. It's embedded in the culture at a spiritual level. Interestingly, the practice extends beyond just homes. In many Japanese schools, students remove their outdoor shoes and wear indoor slippers. Hospitals have shoe removal areas. Even some offices do. It's not just about keeping floors clean, it's about maintaining the integrity of different spaces. Here's a detail that matters. When you visit a Japanese home and remove your shoes, you'll notice the shoes are arranged neatly, facing outward. This isn't accidental. It shows respect. It shows intention. The person who arranged them is saying, "You might need to leave quickly. I'm thinking of you. I'm ready to guide you back to the outside world when you're done. Small gestures, enormous meaning. So what have we learned? Shoe removal in Japan isn't just about mud on the floor. It's about creating sacred space. It's about separating the pure from the impure. It's about respect, ritual, and spiritual cleanliness. It's about acknowledging that your home is different from the outside world. And that difference matters. This single habit reveals something fundamental about Japanese culture. Everything is intentional. Everything has layers. Nothing is random. When you understand why Japanese people remove their shoes, you understand something about how they see the world. You see a civilization that values boundaries, that respects space, that believes small rituals create big meaning. Check the description for more details on Japanese home customs and Shinto purification practices. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden layers of Japan with us, please subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments. What surprised you most about this tradition? What small rituals do you have in your own home that carry deeper meaning? Because Japan teaches us this, the smallest traditions often hold the deepest truths.